Mukua, talk about the future of ODM if Raila sticks to Ruto and the political implications on grassroots leaders in areas believed to be ODM zones. And also the turn up on voting for presidential candidate backed by the party. I guess he meant the ODM party. Ladies and gentlemen, that is one of my viewers by the name Elfas Kiprotich, who literally actually requested that I do an analysis on that particular video. As I always do here, I ask you guys to give me suggestions on what you want me to do, more especially on the analysis, the area you want me to cover. And also my number is always here. You can always feel free to text me, even call me and share with me on some things that you want me to talk about on this particular channel. Please feel free to do so, and don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, because that is the best support you can always give the channel. Elfas, thank you so much. Let me dive into the topic today straight away. Now, number one, future of ODM if Raila sticks with Ruto. Now, the major aim of ODM as a party, it is ensuring that they have a huge number of elected members or maybe elected leaders in various positions across the country. And the key ones, we know first of all that when it comes to the MCA seat, ODM will be able to clinch so many of them, especially in the coast, western, no, actually Luo Nyanza, and partially western Kenya. So the fact remains that when it comes to the small seat, the MCA, they might even go higher or maintain or slightly drop. Now, when it comes to the issue today, the members of parliament seat, which is very important, the MP seats, as per to me, I feel that there will be a serious reduction. Why? In the Gusii region, the ODM party right now as we speak, it is not popular. And considering that they have a political candidate, a presidential candidate, that is Dr. Kengo Fred Matiang'i, then it means very well that most of them are going to be elected, more especially those allied to his party. Now, when it comes to the Western Kenya, because of the rebellion that has come up there, some leaders are going to part with ODM and go and join maybe a certain party within the Western Kenya that's going to propel their candidature in 2027. The upcoming leaders, most of them young, are against ODM, especially after deciding to work with the government. And somehow Raila Amolo Odinga has also neglected that region. Most of the development projects have gone to Luo Nyanza. A clear indication that people are watching and they're feeling uncomfortable by that. So it means very well that the rebellion is going to make sense. And we're going to see most of the leaders elected from there, but not from the ODM party. At the coastal region, I'm very sure that Raila Amolo Odinga, William Ruto are focused to ensure that that is an ODM zone. It's a battleground where they're going to win election with. And I'm very sure that they're working very hard, having the kingpins to ensure that ODM is relevant. But however, I also have to state it categorically that because of the rebellion we are seeing from them, especially from people like Mohamed Ali, and the point man who is going to support the opposition side, I feel strongly that if they also come up with a party, ODM is going to lose support, and probably the members of parliament elected from there will also reduce significantly. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot underrate the current conversations that we have in the country when it comes to the preferences and the decisions that have been made by Raila Amolo Odinga, especially by joining President William Ruto. So that will have a very serious impact in the ODM side of representation. Now, another part I need to talk about here is the grassroots leaders' political implications. As per to Elfas, this is one of the requests, number 2. Now, what we know very well, that Luo Nyanza will maintain the areas, the leadership that they have been having because of Raila Amolo Odinga. The leaders will be able to get support and actually get a platform for them to campaign across the Luo Nyanza region. That is the region that I'm 90% assured the locals will give their leaders an ear. They will listen to what they are saying, they will support them and vote in the name of Raila Amolo Odinga. Though we also have to admit that some will have no option, will have no option, because I don't think the UDA can front a candidate in Kisumu to battle the ODM side. But when it comes to the presidency, it will be divided, and I'm going to make such a point in my next point as we speak. But when it comes to the local leadership getting support and the implication they're getting after supporting President William Ruto, I believe strongly that it's only Luo Nyanza Raila Amolo Odinga can be assured of. Now, let's go to the next point. Backing of a candidate. In this case, let's say they have decided to support President William Ruto. What will happen in such a scenario? Now, we have to state it here categorically that numbers matter in an election. And checking from what is happening, That is what Raila Amolo Odinga have put on the table with President William Ruto. Their highest expectation was that Raila Amolo Odinga will be able to deliver the 6.9 million he had last time in the 2022 general elections to replace the Mount Kenya's votes that have been taken away from him by Gachagua and the decision of the Mount Kenya people. Now, as we speak today, they also focus is also on the member of parliament, in that they want also to have as huge number as possible to protect William Ruto all the way if he wins the second term. But we also have to agree now, this is how numbers are going to be distributed. Now, William Ruto without Mount Kenya, he'll get the 2.1 million votes from the Luo Nyanza, assuming they turn out in large numbers to vote for the presidency. And then he will have the 1.5 million votes from the coastal region, unless there's a presidential candidate going to arise from the coastal region who will later on either join Ruto or go to the other side of opposition. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in the coastal region, we know that the rebellion is also there. So you will not get the entire 2 million votes that you're supposed to get. And I'm giving these statistics as part of the 2022 IBC register. So, ladies and gentlemen, we know very well that there will be a reduced support, but the fact is Raila Amolo Odinga can deliver 1.5 million from the coast and 2.1 from Luo Nyanza, assuming the Luo Nyanza people turn out in large numbers. Now, Ruto will be having the 3.6 million votes, or maybe 3 million votes from the Kalenjin land. Now, if you add this, you'll find that you'll be having roughly 6 million votes that is going to start from. That is just from the strongholds that they'll be having with Raila Amolo Odinga. Now, when it comes to Western Kenya, there'll be reduced support, but Raila Amolo Odinga will get support together with William Ruto in that particular region. Why? Because as much as they are also the rebellious leaders from there, they're also those who support government. And one aspect that is worrying the Kenyans right now, it's the aspect of money that's going to be splashed across to ensure that William Ruto has gotten support across. And I hope that Kenyans will go above that and ensure they have not voted based on what they get as handouts. Ladies and gentlemen, so in a nutshell, when it comes to the turnout in terms of numbers, William Ruto will have a significant amount of votes if Raila Amolo Odinga gives him that support, and if Raila Amolo Odinga finds a way to ensure that he has gotten back his support bases across the country, especially the coast and the Western Kenya. But as per to the way things are today, I don't think this marriage of President William Ruto is going to bear so many fruits when it comes to the 2027 general elections. Options are being weighed and voices are varying. If you see what the Secretary General and other people are speaking about, I feel strongly that William Ruto is not safe for 2027. I don't know what is your take, but Elfas Kiprotich, that is what I had to say about your request on the topics that I've just handled here today. See you next time for more videos. Please, on the comment section, feel free to share with me.